Salutations, boys and girls, and kiddos of all ages. In this episode of Posing Action Figures with Toy the Poser, and that would be me, I'm your host, Toy the Poser. We're just going to do a quick little unboxing and showcasing of action figure that I picked up a little earlier this year because, well, for some reason he just looked so cool and on the peg, and I just wanted to have him. And of course, I was kind of influenced by other collectors that had him and was having so much fun with him. So I had a moment of FOMO. That's an acronym, FOMO, for those who don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it just so happens from time to time. But behind the camera I go so we can get on with the show. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, so right here we have Shadow from the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the third Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We have the Shadow the Hedgehog action figure. So, and I actually did already kind of open them, so there's no need to do a whole magical poof on it. Let me try to keep the glare off for you guys. Other action figures in that line, and for those who like boxes and legal codes and stuff like that, here you go. Hope that helps. Package is pretty much what you see is what you get here, and like I said, I've already opened him. So, and I mean, he didn't come in with any other accessories, although there is didn't mean to make all that noise, but although there is a version of him that where he rides a motorcycle. Where he has a motorcycle. He rides a motorcycle in the movie. And yeah, let's adjust the camera for the big guy. All right. Or little guy or big guy. And from all the stuff, I mean, there's plenty of reviews on him, so I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know, try to put him in as much of a cold pose as I can. Yeesh. And I was warned that he does break easily. I don't know why. I've seen a lot of people posing. He, like I said, he head does the full twist. It looked like it's on a ball. I'm not gonna try to unplug him or anything like that, but yeah. Nothing. He has kind of like butterfly joints, which is cool, which means that he can clap his hands. Hey. Kind of, sort of. Oh, there we go. So, and these hands, I think the difference in between the one that came with a motorcycle or something like that, I think it just missed a couple of points of articulation. I didn't remember which one it was, but it was probably 9 times out of 10. It was probably the hands. It may not have been, or it could just be the diaphragm cut that he has. So whatever the motorcycle version of him did, that this one's doing that the motorcycle version of him wasn't doing, I don't know. But the only reason I didn't get the one with the motorcycle that came with the motorcycle is because I think I just have enough motorcycles for some odd reason. But like I said, I just wanted this Shadow the Hedgehog, and he, oh, okay, his feet does, you know, do that, but I don't think it has a pivot, ankle pivot. Does it have a boot cut or rotation? Nope. Just, oh wait, does it? Well, it has a rotation at the knee, so I think it's a ball and peg and joint system going on there. But let's this get him in a cold. I mean, as cold of a pose as I can. I mean, he's one of those characters. I mean, action figures that, if you ask me, they didn't take in consideration on this distributing the weight of him. So like if you try to stand him up, because his head is so heavy, more heavier than anything else on his body. So if you try to stand him, anything like that, you got to pretty much find the center of balance for his his big old noggin. Okay, and okay, kind of cool, or good old aura form pose. Can't never go wrong with that. But I kind of wanted to try to put him in a running pose, which is going to be hard because he's going to need a stand for that. Now, I got some pretty bad lighting here, so, but his legs, though, have a, what do you call it? The ball and peg joint, I guess. Yeah, the lighting. I really need to work on the light. As you can see, everything else is, I'm coming along with setting up everything else properly, but still working on that lighting situation. Okay. But which but as we were talking about the legs here, if you turn them a certain way, I mean, he can kind of do that, but doesn't full split that way. But if you kind of rotate the leg or something like that, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, no, wait. Yeah, see, because I don't know, I can't remember what it was that somebody tried to warn me about when they said, "Hey, be careful because there's a part of his body that's really weak and he will break." I don't know what it is, but man, he is. I mean, he is. If you ask me, a cool looking figure, cool looking character. I forget how naturally tall, I guess, the character is supposed to be. Let's go with that for a second. Yeah, because I couldn't find a good stand for him, a good flight stand or whatever. I just put him on a rotating rotator in this, what I like to call a power stance, like where his legs are cocked out and bouncing him that way and then clutching his fist. It's three, it's several levels to posing and action figures. I should go over them one day, all the levels I think they are. But anyway, yeah, great looking figure. If you want to put him in, I guess, a collection, I normally collect the 1/12 scale figures. And so if I wanted to add Shadow the Hedgehog in that world of 1/12 scale figures, I think he fits just fine because, here, let's look it up. Now, according to the Sonic wikis on, Shadow the Hedgehog stands at about 3 feet 3 inches and 100 centimeters. I don't know what that is in metrics, but anywho, bring in the ruler. That pretty much means that this action figure is basically two times. Oh, let me try to adjust the camera. Take out the monitor. Whoop. And adjust the. Can I adjust the camera? I don't know. I'm gonna try to give you guys a more. Bring in the ruler again. Okay, that's still tough to do. So he stands a, not according to the, not counting the spikes, I guess, on his head, but stands at about 5 inches. That's what 2 inches more in it. So basically, this who is it? Jakks Shadow action figure, all of them. Well, at least the Sonic and Shadow action figures of them, because Shadow and Sonic are basically the same height. But anywho, as I was saying, yeah, he's. I think that's basically a not 1/12, 1/10 scale. So, which means that whoop, Shadow the Hedgehog is in pretty much proper scale as your 1/10 scale figures. That's pretty much the McFarlane toy line. All right, or at least the DC character multiverse characters, cause they stand about 7 inches tall, so to speak. Anyway, so whoop whoop, and there you have it, guys. Just a quick little video to showcase another friend I like to have in my collection. And don't worry, you have not seen the last of Shadow here, or any of the friends that I've shown so far on this channel, because I am still currently working on doing this set of a photo shoot set and things to post on, of course, Instagram, and of course, more things to do on the YouTube channel. So stay tuned. But as for you, Shadow, now you can go ahead and leave. Not too fast though. Sip. Of course, he was going to leave out in a hurry. But that's it for this little short video, guys. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. And you don't just have to sit there, as me loving mother would say when I had nothing else to do. Go somewhere and play. Ta-ta for now.